أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the IOU's orientation for the fall 2024 semester. You have been given the blessing of walking on the path of knowledge of Allah and His final messenger. We ask Allah to bless you on this journey and to accept it from you and reward you as long as you are on this path. Ameen. In our orientation session today, we will explore the concept of innovation, inspiration, and impact on the lifetime journey of seeking knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran in Surah Al-Ankabut, verse 69, and those who strive for us, we will surely guide them to our ways. Indeed, Allah is with the doers of good. This verse is an incredible reminder for us to continue striving in the way of Allah. You may wonder, how does one strive in the cause of Allah? Among them is embarking upon this sacred pursuit of ilm. This path of seeking ilm is a blessed path, but one filled with obstacles as well. It is a path that will demand from you sincerity and excellence. With sincere intentions and hard work, you will find this path opening doors for transformation, growth, and success in both the worlds by the permission of Allah. We ask Allah to illuminate your heart with guidance and wisdom. Ameen. In today's orientation session, we will look at the Chancellor's address to the students, followed by discussion on study material, course evaluation, study method, importance of assignments, how to register for exam centers. We will also have an address to scholarship students, followed by a session on time management. We will also learn how to seek support from the Student Affairs Office, navigate the student dashboard, find out how to reach Student Representative Council at IOU and the local student committees. And we will end the session with a look at Students' Code of Conduct, Q&A with Sister Sana, and a vote of thanks, inshallah. Dear students, I'm sure all of you are very familiar with Dr. Bilal Phillips, who is the founder and chancellor of IOU. He begins our session with a personal address to you. Dr. Bilal is a Jamaican-Canadian Islamic scholar. Shortly after his reversion to Islam, he embarked on a spiritual academic journey to the other side of the world, seeking Islamic knowledge in Saudi Arabia, where he completed a bachelor's in Islamic studies in Al-Madinah, a master's in Islamic theology in Riyadh, and later a PhD at the University of Wales in Islamic theology. Dr. Bilal Phillips has written, translated, and commented on over 50 published books on various Islamic topics. He has also edited and published the 56-book Iman reading series for children and presented Islamic programs for a number of years on Riyadh Channel, Sharjah TV, as well as Peace TV, Huda TV, Islam Channel, and The Deen Show. Without any further delay, dear students, Dr. Bilal Phillips.
Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. The world today is a cauldron of confusion, with new ideologies being thrust into the forefront of the media. Education is changing. People are being driven towards confrontational and anti-religious customs. We are living in a time when adhering to Islamic values is indeed like clinging on to hot coals. In the midst of all of this, the International Open University, IOU, stands firmly committed to offering higher education infused with Islamic values in all fields of study. Being faced with the tribulations of our current times, while remaining laser focused with determination and steadfastness based on authentic knowledge, promotes success in weathering the tempest of the modern anti-religious onslaught. IOU remains an anchor in the midst of this chaos by providing its students the ability needed to avert them from being swayed away from attaining their goals as a direct result of deviation from Allah's path. Instead of losing course, all of us at IOU strive to push ahead, determined to work towards our goals. Seeking knowledge is a lifelong obligation for Muslims. Talabul ilmi farida ala kulli Muslim. We are encouraged to learn new knowledge and skills. We are also admonished to use this knowledge for the benefit of ourselves, the betterment of our families, our societies, and humanity in general. Whether it be a trade, a hobby, or knowledge, all newly acquired information can be used to better our lives and the lives of those around us. With that, IOU is proud to announce the introduction of some new streams of study, insha'Allah, coming in the fall of 2023. MSc in Psychology, MAIS, which is research-based, and a Master's in Arabic Linguistics, which is also research-based. Maintaining the focus on providing the Ummah with quality Islamic education to revive the grandeur to the Islamic nation. IOU is also working on introducing the Master's level studies in IBEF, Islamic Banking, Economics, and Finance. Also Masters in Business Administration and Education in the near future, by Allah's permission and by Allah's grace. The International Open University has been instrumental in bringing education to the Ummah for over a decade. What began as a single degree program of study in Islamic studies has flourished into the General Diploma in Islamic Studies, which is free, the GQMC, which is the Global Quran Memorization Center, providing for thousands to study the Quran, to memorize the Quran, wherever they are in the world. And a degree campus of 7 majors, Islamic Studies being the initial degree, which later evolved into degrees in psychology, education, information Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. The world today language. I a new direct biology learn from and how we learn. What we learn, we should be learning about Allah and His final message, which is included in the worldly subjects as well, so that all knowledge is gained and utilized in ways which Allah approves. Who do we learn from? We should be learning from reputable scholars who have learned from reputable scholars, whose knowledge is taken from original sources. How we learn? Putting in the requisite time and effort to learn what is taught well, and revising this knowledge, making the knowledge a part of us and not just something we pass through. Beneficial knowledge is so important, we have supplications both for it and against its opposite. The Prophet ﷺ taught us, Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a. Oh Allah, I ask you for beneficial knowledge. And he also taught us saying, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min ilmin la yanfa'. Oh Allah, I seek refuge in you from useless knowledge. Therefore, mindful learning is also analyzing the knowledge at hand and deciding if it is actually beneficial or not, and focusing on that which is of benefit, while using that focus to direct our lives and the lives we influence towards pleasing Allah and ultimately bringing us closer to Him. I ask Allah to make this a beneficial year for all of those who are connected to IOU, as student body, faculty, and administration, and to bless our efforts and accept them as sincerely made for His pleasure. Ameen. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khairan kathira, Dr. Bilal. We ask Allah to bless your efforts and preserve you for the IOU and the Ummah. Ameen. Dear students, it is imperative that we familiarize ourselves with the category our program falls under. You may check the name of your program at the top right corner of your account after login. Once enrolled into the IOU courses, you have access to the course text that will be used for the course. It is available as an e-copy on your dashboard that can be downloaded. Next, we have the module or explanations of the topics covered in the book. The content of the audio and the video is exactly the same. You also have access to the supplementary recorded sessions, followed by access to the midterm and final study questions, which will help you gauge your understanding of the topic. Please note that this is not a document that gives you access to the questions that will appear in the exams. It's only for practice. For exams, you are advised to study from all the material listed above. The course evaluation at IOU is done through multiple ways, and the aggregate is considered at the end. In simple words, each type of coursework contributes a certain fixed percentage to the final course grade. Please note that there's only one assignment to be submitted per course. The MAIS course-based courses have research papers to be submitted. Each module or unit has a small test to be attempted in order to proceed with the next module test. You should be knowing which course category you fall under, revised or non-revised, as the exam pattern is slightly different. For all revised programs, the midterm and final exams are of two parts. Part A has the multiple choice questions, while Part B are open-ended questions. As for the non-revised programs, it's only one part with multiple choice questions. These are the essentials on your course page in order to ensure that effective learning takes place. The event schedule and calendar for important deadlines, course syllabus section that contains a detailed analysis of what you will be studying throughout the course, download or read course textbooks for each course or module. The textbook will be provided by IOU and available on your course dashboard. Watch, listen, course module audios and videos. The content of the audio file is exactly the same as the video file. The course notes section contains notes that are not written by IOU but have been shared by our dedicated students. You may refer to them, but IOU is not liable for any errors on it. Finally, you're welcome to seek clarification through Students Discussion Forum and Ask the Teacher Forum, or alternatively, email your course faculty. These forums are a good platform for the teachers and students to discuss their questions or seek clarifications. Study method for undergraduate programs. Dear students, as you can see on the screen, for all undergraduate programs offered at IOU, there are two parts of the midterm exams as well as the final exams. Part A contains 30 MCQ questions, which weigh about 60% of your exam grade, and Part B contains open-ended questions that weigh about 40% of your exam. Midterm exams as well as final exams, your students are required to be attempted at an IOU-approved exam center. The maximum allowed duration to complete these programs for full-time students is 6 years, and for part-time students is 9 years. Students will not be allowed to retake a particular module or course more than 3 times. And students who do not complete at least 25 credits from first-year curriculum within first calendar year shall not be allowed to repeat the program. Study method for graduate programs. As you can see here on the screen, dear students, the maximum allowed duration to complete all graduate programs at IOU for full-time students is 2 years. Students will not be allowed to retake a particular module or course more than 3 times. A student who has not passed all the first-year courses in the program after 2 years of full-time study will not be allowed to repeat their courses. Midterm and final exams, where applicable, are required to be attempted at an IOU-approved exam center. Students must carefully check the course instructions to determine which courses have both midterms and final exams and which courses have only final exams. Full-time registration will require students to register for a minimum of 40 credits and maximum of 60 credits per academic semester. Study method for the intensive Arabic program. As you can see here on the screen, dear students, the semester is divided into 2 sessions, namely Fall 2024 Session 1 and Fall 2024 Session 2. Fall 2024 Session 1 commences on 1st of September, which has already happened, and Fall 2024 session commences on the last week of November 2024. Each semester has 2 sessions, and each session has a midterm and a final exam. In each session, you can study only one course at a time, and each course is a prerequisite to the next course. That means you can only enroll in IAP Arabic 102 after passing IAP Arabic 101. The event schedule and calendar for intensive Arabic program is different from other offered programs. Hence, we encourage you to browse through your event schedule to be updated with all the latest deadlines. Dear students, let us now take a moment to learn how to navigate the course page through a quick demo with Sister Sana Siddiq. Sister Sana, over to you, inshallah.
Bismillah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, sister.
Jazakallah khair. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wahudu ila at-tayyibi minal qawli wahudu ila siratil hamid. Dear students, let's begin inshallah. Let me share my screen. Okay. All right. I hope my screen is visible to you all. So I'm here to give you a tour of the courses page and from where you can access your courses once you log into your dashboard. If you click on the three dots and you go to the courses over here, it'll show you the page where you are enrolled in your courses. For example, right now here are 3 courses visible, and you can go inside and explore the course content. Before you go in and when you start to, attempt tests and assignments and exams, there would be a progress and your marks, which you can view from this course grade section, this tiny section visible here, which is not showing any grades right now, but once you attempt the test, it will show and you can open it and view your grades for each test, inshallah. All right, let's begin. We click on the course, Aqeedah 101. And once we are inside the course, this is where you will find your lectures, PDF books, and tests, exams, and assignments, everything related to your course, along with the teacher contact details and other relevant information. If I scroll below and just click on open all, so it's easily visible to you all. The first is the course forums, and this is this section where you can connect with your teacher, with your fellow students, and with the technical team in case there is any issue related to the course. Like for example, okay, let's begin with the announcement section. This is where your teacher will post the announcements related to the course. And it's recommended to view this section at least twice a week, or most preferably every day if possible. Then there is student discussion. Ask the teacher forum. Here you can post questions about the course, anything you would want to ask from your teacher, and he or she will attend to it, inshallah. Student discussion forum is where you can connect with your fellow students and related to anything that you want to discuss. Technical feedback forum is where you have to post any issue related to the course. For example, a PDF slide is not opening, or it's missing a text, or a video is not loading, anything that you find that is causing a technical issue. Below the forums is your course text and study material section, where you'll find your books that are assigned to the course and the course syllabus. For example, the course details file here reads the course syllabus. And there are books related to the course in the PDF form. Following it is the course notes section, and this is where your teacher might post notes, and you might find notes from your fellow students. For the notes from the students, it's recommended to take help from them, but not completely rely on the notes, because the tests and exams come from the lectures and your prescribed reading material. Below the course notes section is the live sessions. These are the recordings from the previous semesters. For example, if you are aware that there are live sessions before exams, they are held at least 1 week before the exams, and this is where you can interact with your fellows and the teacher and ask questions related to exams. So these are the recordings from the past semesters, which you can view to have an idea and go through a revision of the course. Below it is where your lectures start from here. For example, here you'll see module written, or it is lecture in the revised curriculums. So in each lecture, there is an audio file, video parts, and a test. Some lectures also have lecture slides. You keep scrolling, you keep going down there, and you will find the subsequent lectures. Let me make it close so it is easily visible from the upper side. Close all. All right. Here you see we have lectures until 17, and that's where is a pause until to the next lecture 18. Here you will find your assignment questions posted in between here and the midterm exams, which is currently hidden because it's not released yet. These lectures from 1 to 17 are the lectures that you have to prepare for the midterm exams. And following the lectures next to them are the lectures for the final exams. And when you scroll below, then there are the final exams and other things, inshallah. Okay. Going to the course's right side pane is, if you see in the right corner, there's this small block with an arrow. You have to click on it and it'll open like a block side window. Here you will find your teacher's contact details and the course evaluation scheme. And evaluation scheme is to tell you what is the composition of your test with related to your course grades. For example, tests contribute 15% to your scores, midterms contribute 30%, finals contribute 40%, and the assignments contribute 15%. That makes it to a 50% passing score. And not exactly that makes it to 50% passing score. It means to tell that the passing score for the course is 50%. The components make 100%. Okay. Yes, next to the component section, this is what most students like to ask, that how many lectures are to be covered for the midterms exam. So this section will help you get an idea, and how many assignments do you have for that particular course. So this is from here, you can check that, inshallah. All right, that's all for the important section of the course, and I'll hand it over to Sister Saima, inshallah.
Jazakallah khairan kathira, Sister Sana, for your time, and when we appreciate your guide and help, inshallah. And I hope your students, you from Sisters learn navigate your course page. So without further ado, dear students, inshallah, we will move on with our presentation. Just wanted to ask if you can all see my screen, inshallah. I hope you can. There seems to be a little bit of lag, but inshallah, we will continue with the presentation. And if you have any questions or any concerns, you're welcome to type them in the chat box. So once again, Jazakallah khair, Sister Sana, for your time. Moving on to the next part. Inshallah. Dear students, this is the official semester cycle at IOU. As you can see here on this graphic, we've already commenced our semester. We've commenced our orientation sessions. We're now moving on to assignment periods, where a lot of students may have noticed that the assignment questions have been already released for some courses. This will be followed by the midterm exam period, assignment submission period, late assignment submission period, and the late midterm exam period, followed by the deadline to register for an IOU approved exam center, moving on to the final exam period and the late final exam period that formally concludes the semester, inshallah. Dear students, it is important to remember that the primary source for clearing your doubts or concerns about each course is your respective course teacher. Use any of the methods available through the course page to contact your teacher via email, ask the teacher forum, or a phone call within the teacher's office hours. Social media groups are also set up to help you as a student reach out to other students. However, this does not replace the direct guidance from your respective course teacher. Dear students, IOU scheduling and operations run on UTC time. Do you know how to locate the UTC time zone on your virtual campus? Here's a quick challenge to find out. Log into your student dashboard and look out for IOU's UTC clock. Once you identify the clock on your virtual campus, go ahead and share the current UTC time in the comments below. As some of you may have guessed it right, it's 1:35 p.m. in UTC time zone. Jazakumullahu khair. Moving on to exam centers. As you can see here on the slide, dear students, it is compulsory to attempt midterm and final exams at the IOU approved exam center. Please note that IOU approved exam centers are separate organizations and students must make complete arrangements with exam centers. The exam center registration procedure is as follows. Please make sure you contact your approved exam center via email, call, or physical visit. Check availability for midterm and final exam dates and time. Make sure you also check availability for your gender, whether to charge any fee, and if the center is available on weekends or weekdays. In case you're struggling, you are allowed to suggest a new student if there's no suitable center near you or the existing center is far away. As a student, you are responsible to contact any proposed center and make all arrangements prior to notifying IOU about adding them as an exam center. Dear students, you are researchers. Your research begins now. While asking questions is okay and helpful, as a researcher, you should begin by trying to find the answers to queries yourself by searching for them. The various assignments at IOU develop various skills required for many types of research and verification of information in life. There is more to research put into assignments than just attaining a mark. Dear students, we also have a Telegram group for assignment or research papers for both brothers and sisters. If you wish to be added into those groups, please contact Help Desk. There are some points worth mentioning concerning the scholarship program. The funds allotted for scholarships are donated by generous donors, especially reserved for the deserving. It is expected that the students on scholarship will give the opportunity its due right by performing well. Please note that the scholarship students are required to enroll in minimum 6 courses and pass them all. BSc psychology students must enroll in at least 5 courses and ensure to pass them all. For IAP students, they're required to enroll and pass in 1 course. Please note, dear students, that as a scholarship student, you're not allowed to drop courses or switch programs. Awarding of subsequent scholarships depends upon your academic performance. IOU holds the authority to renew, levy fines, and even terminate the scholarship based on the level of compliance with scholarship policies. Dear students, here's a quick reminder for you to help you manage your time in this semester, inshallah. Make sure you take a moment to step back and renew your intention, the reason for joining this course, and your goals in the near future, inshallah. Make sure you also prepare and plan a schedule for everyday learning so that you can be on track. Next, make sure you mark any important dates, such as dates for assignment submissions, dates for final exams, midterm exams, and all of these dates are available on your student dashboard. Make sure you also take enough breaks and prioritize your mental and physical well-being. Finally, make sure you practice a lot of stress management skills, such as deep breathing exercises, taking a walk outside, speaking to loved ones, or if you have any further concerns, you're welcome to connect with our student counselor for more help. At the Student Affairs Office, we strive to engage in all aspects of students' lives. We aim to offer programs and services that support the optimal growth of students and enhance their intellectual, social, religious, and academic development by providing opportunities for students to experience education and explore interests beyond the classroom. We aim to increase student engagement in university activities by providing and promoting quality services and programs. We also aim to support a diverse community of learners to enhance student life and create opportunities to develop students as ethical and responsible leaders. Our dedicated team offers several services to assist students with their academic journey at IOU. Hence, you may contact Student Information and Support Center for any administrative queries by sending an email through Contact Us form or using the Student Support tab on your dashboard, or send an email to helpdesk@iou.edu.gm. Our student success team aims to see students successfully complete their education at IOU. Hence, you will find the team contacting you via call as well as some social media apps, and would try to keep you on track. Our student counselor can help you in manage your time and develop various study skills so that you ace your studies. You can get in touch with our student counselor by booking an appointment. Lastly, we encourage you to download Telegram application on your smartphone and get in touch with your fellow senior students to get study support and motivation, inshallah. Dear students, let us now learn how to navigate your student dashboard through a quick demo. Please allow me to share my screen. Just a moment, dear students. I'm trying to share my screen. All right, so this is how your student dashboard will look like once you log into your students. As you can see here at the very top, you will have access to the recordings of orientation sessions. So make sure you go through the recordings of the orientation sessions if you've not had a chance to attend the live ones. Next, you will have access to your academic calendar for fall 2024 semester. That's from September to February. And under this calendar, you will have all important dates pertaining to your midterms, your assignments, research papers, and your final exams, as well as the study breaks. Next, if you keep scrolling down, you will notice a section called Latest Announcements, where you will find all announcements pertaining to different deadlines at IOU. So for example, you will find announcements pertaining to exam center registration, announcements pertaining to course dropout period, abeyance period, and so on and so forth, inshallah. If you keep scrolling down below, you will find another calendar here. This is just for your personal reference. And this is the section that I wanted to highlight, inshallah. So under this tab, you will notice there are a few menus. So under the academics menu, you will find sections and tabs for course enrollment, early course enrollment. This is an early enrollment course page. You will find a page for helping you drop your courses in case you'd like to drop any. You will find a page for checking your graduation status, as well as submitting your community service hours as well. Under the Documents tab, you will find sections that contains important letters. So if you would like to download your student identification letter, you can just click here and you will have access to the PDF letter. You can also download your student admission letter. This is available here. You can request for a provisional transcript, both a digital and a physical copy as well as a provisional degree. Under Requests tab, you can submit requests for different things. So for example, you can request for a reset of your module test or your final exam or your midterm exam if you've encountered any internet issues. You can also request for changing your study plan from maybe part-time to full-time or full-time to part-time. You can also request to change your stream. So make sure you go through these different tabs and inshallah explore. Under Exams tab, you will have access to register for your exam center. So under this page, you will have instructions on how you can register for your exam center. You will also have the final exam help desk if you have any queries pertaining to your final exams. Under error reports, you can report any errors, maybe on your module test, maybe on your midterm exam or your final exam here. And under final grader, you can log and report any errors in terms of your grading. Next, under fee, you have options to explore different payment methods, check payment history, or request for a fee transfer under this tab. Under support section, you have different tabs. You have access to your student's handbook. Make sure you download this handbook and review that for all important information and dates, inshallah. You have the tab to contact help desk and watch any video tutorials, participate in discussion forums, or contact the student committee of IOU. Finally, under student services, you have access to the JSTOR, IOU libraries, and Dar es Salaam library as well, inshallah. So I encourage you to spend some time going through these different tabs and exploring. And if you have any questions, inshallah, you're always welcome to reach out to us, and we will be happy to support you. Let's move on to our presentation. Dear students, IOU has an international body of student representatives of both IOU staff as well as students who are based in different parts of the world. You can reach them via email or telegram, or find your local student committee if there isn't one. You can even create one by contacting scofficer2@iou.edu.gm. To view and reach out to our representatives and student committees, visit www.iou.edu.gm/representatives. While it is the goal we strive for at IOU that all members, including administration, staff, and students, have a positive and beneficial experience, we do realize that Shaitan never rests. Stirring up animosity, especially among Muslim brothers or sisters, is one way for Shaitan to attain the goal of separating believers from aspects of following the Deen. Therefore, just as every institute needs a code of conduct to promote a positive and balanced environment in which to operate, IOU as well has outlined some detailed protocols with regards to studies, examinations, social media communication, communication with the faculty, and live webinars. Please familiarize yourself with the code of conduct accessible through the student support dashboard. For any student who contravenes these rules, strict disciplinary action shall be taken. IOU also opens the channel through which your own complaints and grievances can be heard and appropriate solutions are provided. Hence, you all must familiarize yourself with grievance policy as outlined on the student's code of conduct page so that issues are resolved appropriately. Basically, if you have any complaints against any student or staff or faculty member, you should first strive to resolve issues with the relevant person through a polite discussion. If this does not resolve the issue, then you can report an academic grievance against any faculty member through the teacher complaint portal. Non-academic grievances can be brought into the attention of the Secretary of the Disciplinary and Grievance Committee by sending an email to grievances@iou.edu.gm. And now, dear students, we will move on to the most anticipated session, that is the Q&A session, where you can send in your questions that you either had before the session or have accumulated during the session. We have Sister Sana Siddiq to answer your questions and clarify any issues you have about the upcoming semester. Sister Sana, over to you, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. All right, dear students, you may post your questions on the YouTube live section and we'll address your queries, inshallah. Dear students, you may ask any questions if you have, and you may post them on the live chat and we'll answer to you, inshallah. In case you have any question that you would like to ask later, you may email us to helpdesk@iou.edu.gm. Dear students, if you have any questions, you may post them on the YouTube live chat and we'll answer to your questions, inshallah. I guess we have no questions. Sister Saima, over to you, inshallah.
All right, Jazakumullahu khairan kathira, dear students. I believe we have no further questions. So thank you so much for participating in the orientation session today. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to put barakah in your time and in your efforts, bi'idhnillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your efforts and use you and never replace you. As we end the session, we give thanks first to Allah for blessing us with the opportunity to learn about His deen without having to traverse the earth for knowledge. This is indeed a huge blessing. We thank Dr. Bilal for conceptualizing online Islamic education and bringing it to the Ummah, and we express our gratitude to all of the shuyukh who teach Islamic knowledge and add Islamic perspective. Thanks to all of IOU's behind the scenes staff and volunteers who keep IOU online and running. Finally, thank you, dear students, for attending and being a part of the IOU family. May Allah bless your efforts and increase your reward. Ameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.